Palantir continues to showcase the most valuable, in my opinion, aspect of working with their products, and no, it's not necessarily AIP, as well as some of their other SEC filings recently. So briefly first, Palantir has sold off some more of their Rubicon holdings. Note the transaction sizes though in comparison to their total holdings of over 10.5 million shares. So they do hold quote unquote a lot of shares, but really remember this is literal penny stock as you can see from the sales price. So it's negligible in my opinion, but it's still interesting to see when they will eventually offload this more heavily. Next, we've also got our first insider sell transaction since the most recent big run up in the 28s. Note though, this is very small though in the grand scheme of things with around 3,000 shares sold by Eric Worshing, and that's for around $84,000. So quick math shows he's got a $27.70 average on this small sale. So as noted, this transaction specifically is a nothing burger in my opinion, but for those following these SEC filings closely, typically in the past I've seen some insider sales flow in from management when we've reached these kind of 52-week highs. But really, I think most people just care about the big transactions, especially from the more recognizable names like Carp, Sankar, and Teal. But also interesting with this timing is with earnings only around a month out, and if this may be some sort of indication of management holding on because of something good or just coincidence or anything else. So it's all just speculation though, warning, so we'll continue to see what they do with their holdings. Then we've got the latest blog post from Palantir, which in my opinion really focuses on the biggest value point they have around their products, especially making AIP valuable and actually work for those leveraging LLMs on their business's data, the ontology. So basically they note how over the past 2 decades, Palantir has emphasized responsible technology used through principles, public positions, and products, basically walking the talk that they believe is critical in their work with AI through Palantir AIP because of their laser focus on safety, explainability, fairness, and bias. And so, Palantir's blog dives into the issue of hallucinations in AI, which is widely talked about, where models generate false or misleading information, and this of course occurs because AI models predict the next most likely token based on training data, not on necessary factual accuracy. So the classic garbage in, garbage out argument, plus they attribute other various factors such as limited training data and inherent randomness also contributing to hallucinations. So Palantir's pitch is that AIP tackles this by grounding AI in trusted data and logic from an ontology model, which then of course accurately represents organizational processes and data accurately. With that though, this reduces hallucinations by providing AI with verified data and enabling it to query ontology. And additionally, Palantir integrates specialized tools and models for these tasks that AI isn't suited for, further mitigating the hallucinations. So they give a quick example of an LLM predicting distribution center locations, where it may hallucinate without access to the correct data from the ontology, but by querying it, the AI can then provide accurate answers. And similarly for other tasks like distance calculations, Palantir uses custom functions instead of relying solely on the LLMs to figure it out. And also they've spoken heavily about this human oversight being crucial. AI is supposed to be working alongside humans for that context where we can provide it. By incorporating human review into the AI workflow, Palantir ensures that AI-generated actions are verified at least, which then reduces that risk of operational errors. So I always love these kind of blog posts personally because the shiny new AIP product and even Foundry get the user-facing attention, whereas the plumbing underneath the ontology, which is the infrastructure to actually analyze clean and complete data, comes down to this one word: trust. If you have an ontology you've built out that has the whole perspective, no missing silos or dirty data to base your LLM training on or plain analyses that is trusted, then that frees up so much more time and attention for analysts and end users to focus on building what works for them and is valuable for their stakeholders, where they're not just being stuck data wrangling and actually building out metrics. But I'm just speaking from my own opinion and experience in my career working in healthcare data. But what are your thoughts though below? And I'll see you in the next video.